I have to admit, the kitties have not been good, but they have been better. They were better than they were yesterday. Or, well, Sagan's kind of the same. Kepler was a little better than he was yesterday. Mao gave me a recommendation for something I should try, and I tried it. Today, when Kepler was pissing me off, as he did because he's a little crazy, I decided that instead of getting mad, I would get up and play with them. I actually got up and I got some toys and played with them for a little while, and that helped. The problem is, I don't have a whole lot of time to devote to that because I'm working. I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. And in the course of working, I can't spend all of my time, playing with the cats. So I gave them like 15, 20 minutes of attention, and it just wasn't enough to wear them out. The other problem is that Kepler and Sagan go at it all the time. As kittens do, and as cats are going to do. They play, but they get past the point of playing. And the reason I know that is because Sagan is constantly growling at Kepler. Because Sagan doesn't even want to play. Sagan will go and chill off on his own. Kepler will run up to him and start tackling him, biting him. And Sagan will be like, or ow, or, he's making these noises. And it's very obvious, just from watching them, that Sagan doesn't want to play, Occasionally he'll want to play. They'll run back and forth, they have fun. And then after that, Sagan's done. And Kepler won't leave him alone. Kepler's kind of crazy. I would actually venture that Kepler is crazy. Like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon crazy. Like that kind of crazy. And sometimes he's not, but sometimes he is. And I don't think it's any particular one. Like it's kind of 50-50. And when he's sweet, oh my God, is he sweet? He's so sweet. And him being in your lap is much cuter, and the way he acts is nicer than Sagan acts. He looks up at you, he climbs up your chest, he wants to touch noses, and you're like, oh, you're so kitty, and you're touching him. And as soon as he wakes up and wants to play, he's this little hellspawn demon and is running across the house. I don't think I mentioned this yesterday. Maybe I did. I can't remember. I haven't edited the vlogs enough to know. But yesterday, he was actually, me and Sagan was asleep on my lap. I didn't know where Kepler was. All of a sudden, Kepler runs through the house, jumping up on the walls, jumping onto the chairs, biting things, going crazy, all at one time, like not stopping and doing these things, just not stopping. And I was like, what the crap is going on? So I stop him, and he's a big clump of feces on his eye, like covering his face. And I'm like, how did this happen? How did this happen? So I stopped him and cleaned him up, and then he was okay, but he was still crazy. He's still climbing behind my desk and everything. So the cats are crazy, but it's nice. And I know that over time they're going to get better. They're going to mellow out after they get out of this kitten phase. But for right now, my lord, it's an experience, I guess. And I never had this experience with Rocco. This is completely new, and I'm not really used to it. Anyway, on top of that, I have a lot of work to do, as you guys know. And normally we're about a week or two ahead in Let's Plays. We have a little reserve. You guys know that in the past, if there for whatever reason I wasn't able to get something out, that I would just release something else. I would be like, guys, it's going to be too late. I can't work on this. I'm going to release this and switch the schedules around. There's been no reserves at all. Like, we are seriously recording and releasing the videos like the night before. We're recording them the night before, and it's never been like that for me. But it's just, there's already a ton to do. We're behind on vlogs. We need to catch up on LPs. And there's a million other things to do that I'm working on now. And then there's kittens. And the kittens are not only taking away from my time because I have to cater to them and play with them, but they're distracting. They're distracting. It's hard to get stuff done because they're all over the place. And they get into things, they start chewing things, and you have to tell them no. And I know there's a lot of people that have been attempting to help us with, like, the discipline, like, oh, you should try this and this. And honestly, I get to the point where I'm reading them, I'm just laughing to myself because we've tried all that stuff. And I'm now to the point where I'm just trying to be as firm as I can and just continually do the same thing, because I do think it is going to work if I just stick to my guns, keep doing it. Eventually they're going to get it, because they're not going to get it the first time. And Sagan is learning. Notice I said Sagan. Kepler is not. Kepler has some kind of mental deficiency. He has a learning disability that prevents him from actually knowing that he is doing wrong. Anyway, I'm going to stop now. I've rambled on about the cats long enough, but thank you so much for watching. I need to go ahead and get to bed because tomorrow's a big day. I'm still trying to work out the details, but I think I'm going to be a part of, I guess I don't want to announce it in case it doesn't happen, but it should happen. We've been talking about it. I should be a part of a podcast tomorrow. It's going to be performed live, but if you guys miss it, which you will, because I'm not actually announcing it right now, you'll be able to watch it later on YouTube. So if it doesn't happen today, it should happen next week or something. I don't know. We'll find out. But thanks for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?